to today's podcast where we are going to speak with these two guys. They are co-owners, okay, and brothers, and they own All Clear LLC. Welcome, guys.
How's it going?
Good.
Glad to be here.
Well, we're glad you're here, too. So this is Dylan Ford and co-owner EJ Ford. And tell us about All Clear. What have you got going?
So everything, we try to cover all areas that we can. We like to do handyman type stuff and carpentry. We do a little bit of everything. We like window cleaning. That's something that we like to get into a lot.
Gutters.
Window cleaning. This is my window cleaning man here.
He's pro.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want.
He cleaned our windows, and we were very, very happy.
He did it professionally for what, 2 years?
Okay.
He learned the insides and outs and everything to do with that.
Okay. So kind of split off and started your own. I like it. Well, what I tell my clients when I give your contact information out, that these guys are cheaper than mental health, like hiring a therapist. Those little annoying things that are just never quite done around the house. This is your go-to right here.
That's our bread and butter there.
Yes.
That ends up being a lot. Someone will go to somebody's house for one thing and they're like, oh, and also this and also this. And I'm like, if we can do it, we try to accommodate as much as we can. And that's what we like. A big part of it that I enjoy is being able to just help somebody, because I think, was that yesterday we went to there was this guy that had called us, gotten our information, and he had 2 leaks in his house that he was like, had 3 people out already, and none of them could find the leaks. They were I just, it's like a phantom leak, just can't find it.
Like a water leak?
Yeah, a water leak. One of them was in his shower, and it was leaking in the closet, and another one was like kind of through a stairwell, and it was an old house built in, like he said, 1905. Yeah, 1905.
Oh, cool.
So before statehood,
It's
crazy. And we ended up finally finding that leak. It was just an old pipe in the foundation, and he was really happy with it. And now we have a lot more work from him coming. So it's just like,
perfect.
Just being able to just communicate good with people, and a lot of it is just being trustworthy.
Absolutely.
Not lying. Just being straight up with somebody, and being yourself. And that goes a long way, I found. Just being able to be a trustworthy person that they can depend on,
Yes, absolutely. So I've hired you guys for so many different levels of jobs, and they show up on time. They're usually there a few minutes before I get there.
We try to be.
They communicate really, really well. That's huge.
Yeah.
I love the written bid.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what they're agreeing to do and what they're not agreeing to do.
Yeah, I try to be very open with the bids and how I think something's going to go, or also this is also something to think about. That because it can always lead to confusion.
Absolutely.
You don't want the scope of you don't want to have this scope of the work, and then someone's like, oh well. I thought you guys were going to be doing this and this, and so I just try to be very thorough with everything.
Absolutely, and that's the way to do it. Like I said, hey, I need this whole sheetrock patched, and he was like, okay, so I'm going to patch the hole, and I'm going to texture it, and I'm going to paint it, and I was like, yes, because that's a different price than just patching the hole, right?
Exactly.
So absolutely makes a huge difference. I personally also think that you're much cheaper than a divorce, right? So, the honey-do list you've been waiting for the spouse to do all these months, and it hasn't been done. And again, that I have like a list of things, everything from, you want the new faucet installed, you want the new mirror hung, you want the Christmas tree out of the attic, but he hasn't gone up there to get it yet.
Yeah.
I could just go on and on and on.
That ends up being what it is a lot of the times. It's just the little tedious stuff that some people just might not have time for,
Absolutely.
Everyone has their own jobs. Everyone's busy, they just don't want to take the time to actually sit down and get the tools, and that's what we're here for,
Yeah.
That's what we like to do, help people. That's I've already said it, but that's what I love doing, is just being able to help people.
Okay, that's great.
Never expected that when I started it. I didn't expect to have that kind of sense of enjoyment or kind of a self-worth.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. It shows in your workmanship for sure.
Yeah, we try.
So the first few times I'd given their name out to clients, I would then call and follow up, and because I just think that's really important. And every time it was like 5 stars across the board.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I love that. I never expected. You can just never. Everyone's different. You never know how someone's gonna act, or like, it's a lot of it is figuring out how someone's gonna react to certain type of work that you can do, or like, I'll be quick to say like, this is kind of out of my scope a little bit, because you don't want to get caught in a situation where things can end up worse than they already were before you got there, that was what I had told our customer yesterday, was like, hey, I think you might need to get a plumber because it's an old pipe and I'm not really sure how to go about this. So, if this pipe is connected to anything, it's just little stuff like that where you might need someone that has a little more expertise in that
and I
field.
love that point because you've done that with me on some things. So you're not a plumber, you're not an electrician,
Right.
You're not a roofer, but try to get a plumber to come out when you've got just a mysterious leak somewhere.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Or that drippy faucet.
Yeah.
Or the so this is handyman stuff.
Right, exactly,
Right.
yeah.
I love that. Okay. So, EJ, tell me about the window cleaning, because I know that's a side arm that you do under All Clear.
What do you want to know?
Okay. So, is there like a specific time of the year that people should be thinking about doing this?
I mean, it depends on what you like, how much you're willing to spend. If you want them clean all year round, then it would be best to do it quarterly.
Oh, quarterly.
Like every
Okay.
3 months, just come out and do even just the outsides only. Good.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah.
maybe get your windows, the insides done just for maintenance once a year at least.
Okay.
Insides and outs,
I hadn't thought about quarterly, so I probably need to get on your calendar because I think it was spring when we
Yeah,
did
I
it,
think so.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff
Time
like
flies.
that. A lot of it's just maintaining them. They'll be good to look through.
Yeah.
Yes,
A lot of times, people don't realize how much it improves
Oh my
the
gosh.
the look of the outside of your house.
Curb appeal.
Yeah. It just, you don't realize it until you actually do it and you're like, holy crap, that is. Because as soon as you leave from a house after a window cleaning job, you just see the windows just shining, just reflecting.
That makes everything bright.
so good.
Yes, yeah. Now, I've recently had some clients reach out to you, and I'm going to just kind of read a list of some of the crazy things you've been doing.
Hmm.
Okay. You cleaned an attic out for a couple.
That was a lot.
That was just, and it, guys, it was the craziest thing. Like, the homeowner didn't even know when they bought the home.
Mhm.
They didn't have a home inspection. And so when they went to sell, they done a lot of remodel. But when they went to sell, the home inspector went in the attic and was like, oh my gosh. It was just like a hoarder had lived in the
Yeah.
attic.
Yeah.
It's just
I
all-
think somebody was actually living in there. There was a mattress in there.
Yeah, there was a bed.
Are you serious?
I promise. Yes, there was a bed up there,
Oh
like a
my
mattress.
gosh. Jill, have you checked your attic? Maybe.
That's scary.
that is frightful. I saw the photos, but I didn't realize there was a.
Oh yeah, we had the
And
same
I don't
house.
mean like this was not a walk-up attic. This was like you had to crawl through a little thing and,
Oh yeah,
and
oh,
get
yeah.
up there.
It was an attic for sure. We had to climb up the little rickety steps with everything, and it was. I mean, it was a good one. for sure.
Okay. Hauling off dead trees. Again, they're not like, don't call them for like, a 20-foot tree. But I personally had some dead trees in my landscaping, and they came out and made them go away because they were freaking driving me insane. So it's really all of those things that like a full-blown lawn care service may not have the time to come out and do that one or two things. They will do these smaller jobs, and I think it's just a game changer.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Is like some of these landscaping companies. I mean, they're busy
Yes.
all the time. Like
Yeah.
I want to say a couple weeks out. Most of them are at least, and some people just no, I want it done now. So. We always try to work with people's schedules on that, like if we can work around one certain thing, then we can get there and get it done and taken care of. Because most of the time, it's just an hour or two worth of work, and you can just get it done and get it over with, and their headache's gone. They don't have to worry about it.
It's an hour or two for them. For me, it's a week, and I never have the right tool and the part. Right, Jill? Is that what happens? Yep. Also installing dusk to dawn lighting or motion detector lighting.
Yes.
Done that for me. I loved that, and several of my clients. And then honestly, there's like cleaning the dryer vent. So they also did a job for a landlord recently where they kind of went in, changed the filters, cleaned the dryer vent, that kind of thing, and did some sheetrock work. But I thought for landlords, for those of you who self-manage and you can do these things, but maybe you just don't have time to run over and do it, that's something that they've done, and the landlord was very, very happy. And then most recently, which I was really excited about, you guys prepared a property for the market.
Mhm.
So the tenant had moved out. They had been non-paying tenants. So of course it needed to be cleaned. It needed the windows washed. It needed the lawn mowed. It needed the front porch painted. What else did we do?
Light bulbs.
Light bulb. Oh yeah. That's
Just
such
clean.
a big one. Yeah, just fresh lighting all the way through.
Yeah, that is a bit. I mean, all the dust that accumulates. We touch up. We replace some doors, replace some doorknobs. Touch up painting on the window seals. We pulled some old,
Carpet.
the old nasty carpet out, and I think they're getting ready to put some LVP in there. So, we just kind of left that as it was. Let them take care of that. But, those are all kind of things that will make such big improvements on a house. And when people see those kind of eyesores in the window seals and stuff like that, they just...
Well, it can be overwhelming for a buyer, or even if you're a landlord and you just want to re-rent the property,
Right.
a tenant is not going to like that.
Yeah.
Now, what I loved about it, I've been waiting for that homeowner to get the property ready for the market for about 40 days, 35 to 40 days. I think we had you come in and give a bid on Tuesday, and on Thursday morning I got the text, it's ready.
Right. That sounds right. Yeah.
So it was like really, honestly, within 48 hours, they had the home show ready, photo ready, and we were back in business. So loved that. Let's see. At this time of the year, I think you guys would get a lot of calls for swapping out rugs. I just was kind of thinking about all the things that I personally am needing done.
Yeah.
When you've got all the furniture sitting on that great big rug and just you and your honey is never going to get that done. So having the guys come and do it. Putting away like the lawn furniture, cleaning the grill, putting everything into storage.
Yeah.
Smoke detectors. Do you guys?
Yeah. We've had to do quite a few smoke detectors.
Drive me crazy. Absolutely. So even like the low, easy point of like almost winterizing a property,
Right.
Taking the hose off, putting the
Hose bib.
hose bib. Thank you. See, he knows the word. Taking window units out.
Yeah.
This is that time of year.
Yeah. Winterizing just everything, I'm trying to get some people to realize that, you got to get ready because it's going to come fast.
Yeah, in our market, I tell people you really need to have it all done by October the 15th.
Yeah.
Because even though it's like 90 degrees today,
Next week's 40.
Is it really?
No, the low's 40.
Okay. Oh
Yeah,
my
see?
gosh. See, that's
It's
exactly
quick.
what happens in October.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. So, getting the pool covers out, all of that.
Yeah, winterizing the pools is another one.
Do you guys do that?
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
trying to get on that.
Okay, I need to tell my honey on that because it's time. It's time for sure. Now, how would someone go about finding you guys? What's the best way to reach out to you?
So, obviously, one of our biggest ways to get work is word of mouth, because that's always just, that's the most trustworthy way, Someone's like, hey, I had these guys out. They did great. That's always the biggest way we can get more work. But Facebook is a big one that we're trying to get on. We're trying to build our Facebook page to get more people and be able to reach more people, just to get our name out there and have people just becoming more familiarized with our name is a big one. You want to have your name out there so people have seen it, and we're going to be trying to be consistent with that. But Facebook, I have business cards.
Are
Really
you doing
just,
any TikTok or Instagram?
I can't get people to watch my TikTok. I don't think I'm that famous yet.
It's the age-old problem,
I'm
definitely.
gonna get on Instagram though.
And so if someone's watching this and they did want to reach out to you, is Facebook the best or is there a contact number?
I'd say Facebook is probably the best.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
and we have examples of some of our work on there so they can see that as well. So Facebook is probably the way to go.
Okay, we'll put the link below so that they can reach out. And if they were more not really Facebookers and they just wanted to text, is that something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always answer my texts.
Okay, we will get the phone number on there too then.
Yeah,
That's
feel free,
perfect.
feel
That's
free.
perfect. So any big jobs coming up that you've got?
So tomorrow we have a, kind of a small, it's not a big job, but it's a couple, kind of a honey-do list. There's some sheetrock on the ceiling that we have to fix that's kind of fallen down, old ratty, and then a couple deck repairs on the deck. They need some wood is rotted out. It's pretty dangerous, so we'll have to go out there and fix that. And then Friday we have some stairs to put back together and some drywall to patch and some painting to do, because after we had to, to find that leak, we had to take apart some steps.
Tear it apart.
Yeah, so that was fun. We're going to be doing that tomorrow.
Okay, now rumor has it also that you might be doing limited, but you might be doing some pet sitting and house sitting.
Yes.
Okay. So literally reach out and ask them.
It never hurts to ask, It's just always based on our availability. If we have availability, we'll be there,
Yeah. I will say what I really appreciate, though, is there have been times where I've asked them to do something and they just bluntly said that's beyond our comfort zone.
Right.
Go ahead and get, an electrician.
Right.
I think it was an electrical thing. And I think that that's really important to know your limit.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, you got to know your strengths and weaknesses and what you can and can't do. That's kind of what we had. I had a conversation with our customer yesterday about it. He was like, I just want you to be honest with me. Is this beyond your scope? And he was like, should I get a plumber out here? And I told him, I was like, I think so. I think you should get the plumber out here. Just at the very least, just have him take a look at it and see if he, has a better solution than I do. Because chances are he probably does.
Yeah.
And that's just. Sometimes you just got to eat it.
There you go. Yep. I love it. Okay. Well, please promise me that you won't get so busy that you won't answer our calls when we
We'll always have time.
Okay, you guys heard that. We're going to blackmail them with it. So. Well, I'm so glad you guys came out today. We're going to put all of your information below. If you've got a honey-do list or small job, big job, whatever it is, reach out to them. Are you giving free bids?
Yes, free quotes.
Okay, free quotes. Free quotes. There you go. Free quotes. So reach out. They'll give you a quote. And I absolutely tell you, guys, on the windows, it is a game changer. We've done it for several clients to just to get their home show ready. I did it for myself, and now I'm going to do it again before the holidays. It changes just even the lighting of the home, but not having all those dead bugs and all of that.
That's a big thing.
Spider webs.
Oh my gosh!
And people don't realize, they don't realize how dirty those screens are too.
Yeah.
Those screens.
Once you get up high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have all of the equipment. Like he said, he's a professional. He's been doing it for a number of years. So as always, guys, please like, follow, and share. Reach out to the guys and let them know what your honey-do list is. Again, it's way cheaper than hiring a divorce attorney and cheaper than therapy for those things that are driving you crazy. That click, 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 click that you hear constantly from the ceiling fan. Call them. They can fix it. So if there's someone that you would like to see on as a guest, please reach out and let us know. We'll have a conversation and see if that's a good fit. And always, thanks, guys,